Here we have the current stock market analysis for AMC Entertainment Holdings Incorporated, stock ticker AMC. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find this educational material to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comment section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So here we're going to be looking at the 45-minute price chart. This is a bit of an unconventional time frame. Each candle on this price chart represents a 45-minute trading period. But I do think that this gives us a bit of an interesting look at the current trend wave movement that is starting to unfold here. Because what we're really seeing here is a steady series of declines after share prices managed to test that $5 mark from the bottom and then reverse back below this exponential moving average cluster. So what we're going to be doing in this video is looking at some specific price zones and explaining why they're important so that hopefully traders can identify some profitable trading strategies for this stock going forward. So as we can see here, as I've pointed out previously, we did see a bit of a failure here in terms of the highs that have been posted for AMC. Previously, what we were looking at was a price high coming in at $5.11, and then more near term, that price high moved down by about 10 cents to 501. This level was tested on multiple occasions, as we can see here. If we sort of drill in here a bit, we can see, this area has been tested at least 3 different times. And then on that third time, market sort of gave up and then started to sell off in the downside direction here. So, currently what we're looking at here is definitely a negative condition where momentum has been focused on the downside direction. When that type of environment is taking place, it's generally a good idea to look at the indicator readings to see what information those can give us. So currently, if we take a look here, what we can see is that, overall, there have been some recent developments here in the positive direction, but those have since been broken. We did see an uptrend line here that was tested multiple times, but as I said in a prior video, the slope on this trend line here is very steep. It's very kind of dramatic, and it's kind of excessive in the upward direction. So when you start to see trend lines like that, they are typically less sustainable. It's harder to sustain those types of environments, and it's much easier either for a share price or for an indicator to break through those types of trend lines. And that's true if it's either in the upward direction or in the downward direction. So as we can see here, this was kind of a dramatic slope here, and the indicator reading, which is the purple line at the bottom of the price chart, that did ultimately break through here and then send share prices lower in the process. So, if you look at where this actually occurred, you can compare this to the price chart itself because we can see that this happens right here. This is occurring right around September 16. We see this uptrend break, this upward momentum trend starts to break, and then here, look what happens to the share price in that exact same region. These match up almost exactly. So, there really isn't much of a mystery here about what exactly is going on. There was momentum that was starting to develop in the positive direction. We were also starting to see some upward price movements in GameStop. I just finished my video on GameStop, so I do recommend that people take a look at that video because there are some similarities here that should be noted. I understand not everybody is trading both of these stocks, but there have been some recent developments here that have been similar. And they can give us clues. We can get clues from GameStop or AMC, and vice versa. When things start to develop in one, we often see it in the other. So, as we can see here, this trend wave here really started to unfold in the negative direction just as this momentum reading was starting to break. It's really not a coincidence that this happens. And then, the massive price movement to the downside starts to unfold. So, really what we're dealing with here at the moment is not really this uptrend line. It's really more about this downtrend line that we have to worry about at the moment. So, the real question here is when can this break? When can this start to break to the top side? And then if that happens, can we start to see, a similar type of movement, but in the positive direction, in the bullish direction? So, currently what we're dealing with here in the indicator reading is a relative strength index figure that is almost trading at oversold territory. Right now, we're currently right around 30.6, and anything below 30 would be considered to be oversold. So, that really shouldn't be surprising either because we have seen so much downside price movement here. I mean, this is a lot of downside activity here. In percentage terms, this is a very, this is a significant price move. I mean, we're looking at declines of roughly 10% here. And then in the process, what has happened is that we've broken through several important layers of support here. There were many price zones here that had the potential to catch prices here, but then that didn't unfold. So, specifically, 472 would have been an important area. But as we can see here, share prices moved right through there. We saw share prices kind of fall through their attempt to retest here, but then fail and then fall through there again. So there are a couple of things that I would be looking at here just to summarize and close out the video here. One thing that I would be looking at is how is the price actually behaving next to all of these exponential moving averages? Are we starting to see share prices break through here, or are we starting to see share prices test these areas from the bottom and then start to encounter resistance right as they're moving into these areas? Because if we sort of zoom in here a bit, we can see that so far the latter has been the case. We have seen some instances here where we are seeing brief spikes upward here, but these aren't really sustainable. These are both red candles here, and you're really not seeing much positive movement here. One example of an exception would be this area here, where we did start to see share prices break through here and then at least close positively. So that these are stronger signals here. But once again, we weren't able to break through more than two of those exponential moving averages, and there are four of them here. So we did see two of these areas break roughly, but there wasn't any closing period above that orange line, so we weren't even really able to breach that halfway point. And this would be the most positive exception that we can see recently. So if we start to see failures here, we do have to then assume that we will continue to see breaks of support then to the downside. So currently, what I'm looking at here. Share prices are trading right around $4.50. So the next major area to watch at this point is this $4.41 zone. This was a major area of support previously. And the last time the stock traded here, we did see a very strong bounce right back into $5.20. So, that's a very significant movement in percentage terms. So, we're trading roughly into that area again here. So if there is any reason to believe that share prices are going to bounce or start to explode here, it could be related to the possibility that we are trading right back into that 440 support zone. So here's the current stock market update for AMC Entertainment Holdings, stock ticker AMC. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.